From one trader recording himself losing $100,000 in a single day, to another turning just $4,000 into $754,000 overnight. We are going to go over the most insane trades of this week. A trader who ironically named himself Smart Money 243 recorded himself instantly losing $500k of his grandpa's money. On January the 18th, he posted a $1.2 million DJT inauguration YOLO, and even he thought this may ruin his life. All the way back on December the 5th, he bought 1,654 DJT calls with a striking price of $40 and an expiration date on March 21st. He spent a total of $1,260,000 on these calls, and he thought this will crash on Tuesday. He even wanted to sell, but he got caught holding the bag on Friday. Obviously, he wanted to get rich quick. He was so lucky when he inherited most of this from his grandpa. He was going to pay off debts, and he's trying to be responsible by going all in on options. He hopes his grandpa will be proud when he doubles his money and pays off all debt, which is why he thought it was worth the risk. What kind of risk? Well, this is partially debt, so he'll be bankrupt and lose his house if this goes wrong. His kids will not have a place to live, and if his wife finds out, she'll probably divorce him. So yeah, definitely worth the risk. But over the weekend, doubt started to seep in. He was making bullish comments on posts on DJT, but he knew it was over. It wasn't even Tuesday, nothing has happened yet, but he knew he's made the worst decision of his life. DJT was going to crash. His money was already gone. This is one big rift and the inauguration is priced in. His grandpa worked his whole life for this money and it's going to be all gone. Sure, what Trump does in the office is unpredictable and isn't priced in, but that ultimately means he's relying on meme hype and or foreign bribery to make his position work. Trump coin has sucked all the money that would have been thrown at this. It's over. But he doesn't care. He's holding until he loses everything. He's the captain of the Titanic and he must go down with the ship. Let's face it, he'll never take profit because he was already up by 50% at one point. He'll just hold until it's gone and pray his grandpa forgives him. In his mind, the money is already gone, his life is ruined, he's going to lose everything he has and become homeless. He'll never sell out of the principle of this matter. Let him be a martyr for Trump's grift. He hates this man. He has helped ruin his life. Maybe after this, people will see who he truly is. He'll sacrifice all $1 million to show that DJT is a complete grift. And then it happened. He started recording himself as soon as the market opened on Tuesday. Before it opened, he was down by 10% or $128,000, and then it instantly dropped to 30% or a $360,000 loss. Slowly it kept on dropping as he was experiencing unimaginable pain, screaming cries of anguish. The recording stopped at a $429,000 loss, but he did not sell then. No, he kept on holding. Minute by minute, his position became worth less and less. He was soon down by 45% or $570,000, and then he was down by 55% or $699,000. He was desperate and hopeless. This is awful. His life is over and he can't sell at this point. He needs to make it all back. He feels sick in the stomach. He has a major problem as he can't stop himself and he's on a slow moving train to hell. If he just sold yesterday morning, he would have only lost 350k. How are the losses growing so quickly? He doesn't understand. He thought he had until March. He decided to let his years of experience, education and critical thinking take hold and decide his course of action over the next few months. He believes he'll lose everything, but maybe he can turn his fate around and take the loss and put it all in VOO. Just right now he's ready to go down with the ship and be a martyr. He's brave and strong and courageous. Despite that, he kept on holding and soon his position turned to a 63% or an $802,000 loss. A trader who goes by Frenzy1314 is thanking Carkle as he possibly made the biggest gain of 2025. In just a day he's up by 415% or $946,000, bringing his account to $1,174,000, with most of his gains coming from Oracle options. On January 21st, he bought a total of 138 Oracle call options with a strike price at $180 and expiration date on January 24th. He spent about $4,000 on these calls, which he bought at an average price of just 5 cents. The next day he sold them all at an average price of $8.75 for a profit of $754,000. Between the time he bought to the time he sold, the stock ran up by more than 15% due to Trump announcing Stargate. How did he predict this insane trade? Well, last week he and his friend were talking about Trump affecting the AI market. Oracle, being the biggest database center for AI, was a hint to be getting support from Trump's actions. He just gambled some money that he thought he could afford to lose, to be honest. Nvidia was priced in. Meanwhile, Oracle holds better investment value than something that's already overwhelmed. Oracle CEO Larry has government ties, and it's all it matters. The world just revolves around network, and that's how Oracle started to get where it is now. Larry's first client was the US government when his products were This doesn't tell you anything. All he can say is invest in Oracle now, as it still has decades of growth. A trader who goes by Broken Bear turned just $100 into $55,000 in 2 weeks with degen all in place, from Nvidia to Netflix to AMD to JPM to QQQ and SPY. On one of those days he's made 117% or a $24,000 gain. Haters gonna hate. He knows this ain't big money, but 55k is life-changing money for him at this moment. He's gonna go and buy some steaks. A trader who goes by Max Mac turned $4,000 of hard work into $20. He lost 99.51% of his position, or $4,614, because he bought TTOO shares, a biotech stock which fell by 94% in the past 6 months. Over 130 hours of work at $32 an hour turned into a single cheeseburger with fries. He could have bought a used car with that much. Lesson learned, kids. Don't hold a stock for over a year. A trader who goes by Old Witch made a gain on Reddit. He's up by 445% or $98,000 because he bought Reddit call options with a strike price at $60 and an expiration date on January 16th, 2026. He plans to roll these into 2028 calls in June. Personally, he always buys at the money or close to it. It's leveraged shares bought on the safer side. The last month or two he's been buying shares at $160. Earnings in February will really decide the near-term fate of this stock. A trader who goes by Dingy Hobo is saying that scared money don't make money. He lost 27% or $44,000 in a single day, with his account dropping straight down shortly after he made a gain with SPX 0-day expiry options. In total, he lost about $90,000. A trader who goes by Agent Orange says it was too obvious, as he lost 79% of his position or $20,000 because on January 13th he bought DGT call options with a striking price at $45 and an expiration date on January 31st. But a day later he made it all back. On Nvidia calls he made it 246% or a $19,000 gain. And if you want to see what happens when you go on a winning streak, click on the video just popped up. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.